Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
On the Smoke and Mirrors Network, welcome to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show, Veterans Day edition. Coming up, Conrad's going to have This Week in Auto History. We'll get you caught up on the stories making news headlines this week. And we're also going to talk amongst the men. Get out the beer cooler. I wrote that down here.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I didn't like it.
You didn't? Well, I mean, it could be good if it were a little bit later, but if you're drinking beer at 9:30 in the morning, you need to go see a counselor.
You need to call us.
Yeah, invite us over. We'll do a remote there.
Switch to tequila.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the switch to tequila about the last hour of the show.
What's it, micheladas, where it's
Micheladas,
beer and a Bloody Mary?
Frozen margarita.
That's the one they put in the beer.
I guess that's what it is. I don't know. I've never had one. It doesn't seem appealing to me.
Do they have that in Neaterville, Mike? Beer and margarita thing?
Mark, why are you asking
I'm thinking. I think I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that.
You've never had one, though, have you?
No. Why ruin a perfectly good margarita with a beer?
I don't know. Apparently,
you never heard Jimmy Buffett sing about micheladas.
That's right.
Well, he can't sing about anything anymore.
What's the one with a beer chaser? One margarita, two margarita, three. Yeah.
The beer chaser.
Yeah, something like that.
I like mine with the Grand Marnier topper.
There you go. Can't go wrong with that.
Ooh,
well, you can if you have four of them. But
it's like candy.
Candy?
Candy. Uh-huh. Yeah, it is really good, especially out there at Lupi Tortilla.
Oh, my goodness. Well, any Mexican restaurant or any restaurant, really.
No. Margaritas, they are frozen margaritas. They are different.
They are different, yeah. And that's the reason I don't drink them much.
Stan uses real
limes.
Yep, real limes.
It's not frozen lime juice that you buy at the H-E-B.
No, it's all fresh. Yeah.
Can you put a beer in one that's on the rocks? I
guess you could.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I'm drinking them on the rocks.
Anyway, it is Veterans Day, and we've had several open segments of the show today that actually have turned out pretty good, as they usually do. Mars gets all uptight about it because we don't have a guest. I said, don't worry about it. With four of us, if we can't figure out something to talk about cars,
we can wing it.
We can wing it.
The reason being is we're supposed to be on a remote today, weather permitting. Didn't work. So Mike's generally getting the enthusiasts of the car show of the drive-in on the guest list.
Correct.
So that's what he does. So because that didn't work, he's got to scramble a little bit, and he's very proud of what he does, and he
actually does a very good job.
Absolutely.
At it. So,
thank you. Can I get that in writing?
No, you can't.
Not at all.
And when it screws
I was going to show my wife.
And when it screws up again, we're gonna give you so much hell you'll never walk through the door again. It wouldn't be right if we didn't do that.
I understand.
He's
it's kind of like,
And if you knew what we were going to be doing out at Lupi Tortillas, which is in conjunction with God's Garage, and you're interested in making a donation to God's Garage, I'm going to post up their page to let you make a donation.
It's not really just about the donation part of it. It's what they do in regards to
the community.
Yeah. And single mothers that are in desperate need of some transportation. And as a matter of fact, Kathy has donated, Jeff's wife has donated her old car to them. And
well, not necessarily old. I mean, it was a car that needed work.
Used car.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Instead of trading it in, she donated it.
Right.
Yeah. And why not?
Yeah.
And, that might be something for Katie to do.
It'll find a new home.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Hope, yeah.
Either that or
Katie got all the dents fixed?
Oh, yeah. No, Dad got all the dents fixed. Dad got the dents fixed at the time that she wasn't employed really anywhere to make the money to get the dents fixed. So it fell on me.
And now she's a rocket scientist.
Yeah. There's that.
And Dad's sitting in his old garage with us, doing a radio show.
But you know what? I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of her, and I'm good.
Oh, yeah, no, you should be.
It's all good. All right, so Jeff has got an extra feature that he has brought to the table today, and it's the battery worst to best.
Yeah,
feature.
the batteries, car batteries, and you know,
And
we've
let
all,
me before you
Sure.
get going, let me
Sure,
just
sure.
jump in and say this. So I had been, and still am really, a big believer of those AGM batteries that Optima makes.
AGM, absorbent
glass mat, and we've got to, talk about that.
So I had one in the Corvette and didn't realize that I had this constant draw on the battery from a bad connection in the seat, of all things, the electric seat. And so took it down to Richard at Apex Auto Works. He got that fixed. And he said, "You're going to have to buy a new battery." I said, "I just bought a new battery." He says, "Yeah, but it's been through too many cycles where it has gone dead, and it's not going to hold a charge like a new battery is going to." So with that in mind, I think that I'm going to go back to an AGM battery.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow top or red top?
Red top. I don't need anything above that.
You know, they make a blue top.
I know that they do, and that's the new technology. I don't need all of that.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a regular car that has regular stuff in it, and it doesn't have, you know.
And in a C5 Corvette, you need to have a good battery because the original batteries GM put in had their own problems with leaking acid. And there are these two big 25-way connectors that are mounted under the battery.
Yes.
Well, I guess we just did that segment.
Oh,
Never mind.
no,
No, go ahead.
no,
Here.
but you're right.
But that leaking battery created huge
in
problems.
my case, you know, the rats ate into the wiring, which was underneath the battery, is where that all
Rats or
took place.
possums?
Well,
Could have been
Squirrels.
squirrels.
could have been any of the above. I didn't take a picture of them when we were down there gnawing on my wiring.
Or that day we walked in here and they
No
were
autographs.
partying with, you know, other
on top of the
animals.
edge. Anyway, that's our lead in for Jeff in the worst to best category of
Yep,
batteries.
there it is. Then
Your
we're going to
turn.
start. Well, number 10, because we're going to do 10 of these. Number 10 is Everstart. Everstart is a Walmart store brand. Everstart is affordable. It's a lead acid variety, but buyers have encountered unreliable and short lifespans with it. However, they're well reviewed on Walmart's website, and Everstart has a fairly wide variety of battery sizes.
So it's 10. We're
And
starting at the worst.
Yeah, we're starting
And
at
I
the
will
worst.
say that I just put one of those in one of my granddaughter's cars.
Oh,
And because I've had good service out of them, but mainly because Walmart's everywhere.
Yeah.
So if she's back in San Marcos or Houston or someplace and she needs a battery,
yeah, we've all
she can
used
go
them.
get one.
Yep. Good. Number 9 is Interstate. The green label and occasionally green topped Interstate batteries are available at many independent shops and at their own Interstate all battery centers, and also, Mike, through Costco's. I did not know that. The reliable battery replacement is an interesting history. Interstates are available in a large number of group sizes and applications. So that's number 9 on the list.
I thought that they were good. I had one time many years ago. It worked out okay.
Yeah.
We have an Interstate store there in Beaumont, and those guys they're great to work with.
Mm-hmm. The one that I did not know this is number 8. I didn't know it was in high on the worst list because Motorcraft I thought was a very comparable brand. But the Ford Motor Company house brand of batteries is available at all Ford dealerships as well as O'Reilly Auto Parts, allowing folks who want to maintain the OEM parts on their vehicles to access replacement batteries almost anywhere. That's why O'Reilly's has it. Typically, the warranties are also accepted at all facilities. Here's the point with Motorcraft. The benefit is that the decision was made that Ford knows what battery goes in each car. So if you have it done by the dealership, they know it's right. If you have it done by an independent and they put the wrong battery in, Ford's not going to warranty anything because they know what battery goes in it. As an example, the battery for a 1996 Ford Ranger, whatever it is, small vehicle, is like $250 through the dealer. So keep that in mind when you buy these things, that you can get what you pay for. The next one on this is a GM brand. It's an AC Delco available from third-party retailers and directly from GM. The AC Delco batteries come in a variety of group sizes and performance ratings, and they're competitively priced. They offer a standard warranty, a range of group sizes designed to fit GM vehicles, and a few AGM options, which is the
I did
absorbent
not
glass
know that.
mat.
They do that?
Yeah.
While they're officially recognized by General Motors as the only batteries recommended by GM, sort of what Motorcraft does for the vehicles, they don't offer any spectacular things when it comes to options and features. And again, the absorbent glass mat is a fiber. They're fiber layers between the positive and negative plates in the battery. So that's where they come up with that.
And the Corvette went to an AGM battery in production.
Yep.
Is that what they have now?
Yeah.
They do? So I could buy one for my 01?
You could. You'd
probably
probably
could.
pay
Yeah.
a top dollar for it.
Yeah, you're going to pay top dollar on anything. Yeah, really. The number 6 on this list is a Bosch. Bosch lands in the middle of this ranking for a good reason. They're a brand that provides a dependable, well-regarded battery at a good price. From their affordable 1-year warranty up through batteries, Mike, they come with 4-year full replacement coverage. Bosch runs the gamut of both quality tiers and group sizes.
German.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's the quality. Here's one that I did not know even existed. It's called an anti-gravity battery.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Anybody? A recent addition to
heard
the
of it.
car battery market is anti-gravity batteries. Their niche isn't in providing the most power like competitors, but providing a greener solution to automotive power with lithium-ion batteries. The same kind of rechargeable batteries used in products all around the house. Anti-gravity batteries are primarily used in motorsports, not in passenger cars, as their batteries are significantly lighter than the AGM lead-acid batteries. So there you go.
So they're going to produce the same amount of
Juice, power, reliability.
But green power.
Well, and you got to remember, in a battery, that measurement is called cold cranking amps.
Mhm.
So it's the ability of the battery to create power at a certain low temperature, that cold cranking amps. And each car, depending on what car you have, has a level of cold cranking amps that's required in the battery. So that's why the battery price kind of moves up and down, because the higher the cold cranking amps, the higher the price of the battery.
There you go.
that particular battery, the anti-gravity,
Yeah,
anti-gravity. If it doesn't have the lead plates and things in it like a normal battery does, how does it produce?
Good question. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But that's part of this whole go green thing.
Yeah. Pixie dust.
Yeah, pixie dust.
There you go.
It probably costs twice as much as anything else.
Pixie dust and unicorn.
There
poop.
you go. Number 4 on my list is XS Power. XS. XS Power is a newer automotive battery brand.
Cool
It's
logo.
one that made its mark in the industry with some wildly overpowered batteries. In fact, some of these batteries might even have excessive power. Their batteries feature light gray design with aggressive labeling and unique connection terminals for users connecting these batteries to expensive audio and electrical accessories.
Oh.
So these are the guys that
Forgot
have the big
about that. The
boom
boom
box.
boxes in
Yeah,
there, yeah.
so there you go. But that's number 4 on the list.
Or the hydraulic systems.
Exactly. You're right. Yeah. Number 3 on the list is Odyssey. Odyssey batteries have a number of features that have pushed them high on the rankings. This is number 3. And their commitment to over-engineering has given them the battery reputation of reliability. They claim a longer life service, longer life cycle, and a shelf life, too, because that's important if the battery's sitting around. In the event of a failure, Odyssey offers a 4-year full replacement warranty on several of their battery lines, at least 1 year for most of their products. So Odyssey is number 3.
Never heard of them.
Number 2, you heard of this next one. It's a Diehard. Not the movie, Mike. Not the movie.
Used to be the Sears brand.
Yep. And this battery is the one that your dad told you to put in your first car when you bought it.
yeah.
Diehard remains the great aftermarket option even after Sears sold the brand to Advanced Auto Parts back in 2019. However, the new ownership, it didn't affect the actual product because whether the Diehard was purchased from a Sears Auto Center or from an AutoZone, the battery was still manufactured by Clarios.
So you can get this.
Wait a minute.
Advanced.
Clarios is the same company that makes. Go ahead.
Go. No, you go.
That makes Optima.
Yeah, and in the industry, there's probably just a few manufacturers that are all branded differently.
AC Delco and Diehard are made in the same factory on the East Coast. Back when I was with XL Parts, that was one of the things, different lines.
Not uncommon.
Not uncommon. Okay, drum roll, Conrad, and the number 1 battery is Optima.
Yeah.
Optima batteries use several unique design choices that move them to the top of this list. Their 6-pack design and spiral wound cells are used in both the lead-based and AGM Conrad
Very unique design.
versions of the batteries. lead, leading to an instantaneously recognizable and wholly unique battery in a world of heavy plastic boxes. They are not inexpensive.
No.
The most affordable option for a 1996 Ford Ranger is $250.
Yep.
But the reliability is trusted. They have a good warranty backing the product on your red top, yellow top, and blue top batteries. So there you go.
Where can you get those now, though?
Optima, a lot of places.
And you can actually buy them directly from the factory from about the same price that you would pay at any retailer, and they will mail it to you.
Did not know that.
I did not know that either. How do you mail a battery? They do?
A lot of stamps.
Very carefully.
A lot of stamps.
Well, I'm a fan of AutoZone's battery. They use a Superstart. Now, I've had that in my Yukon, and a couple of years ago, the Yukon I was having what I thought was battery trouble, and I took the battery out, brought it back to AutoZone to buy a new one because I like their battery, and the guy looked it up. He goes, "Oh, this is still under warranty. Here's your new one for free." I didn't even realize how long the warranty was on it. It was probably almost 3 years.
Mark your battery the date you bought it, and then when you get in there doing your work, and I'm going to take it back.
Right.
Just before the warranty
And
runs
keep
out.
the receipt.
Yeah.
And that,
You gotta have the
that's
receipt.
going to lead into my segment is keep the receipt.
There you go. So
Well, would you like to just...
But batteries are something that need to be, especially in Houston because of the heat. You know, heat's one of the things that damages battery.
Heat and cold.
And then deep cycling a battery or taking it down to zero is very damaging to the battery. So the more often it goes down to zero, the less the life of the battery is.
There are marine batteries, too. Marine batteries are a different animal. They certainly are.
We used to use the Diehard marine batteries in the boats, like trolling motors and things like that, just because they would cycle so long.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is they don't, they're not used very often. So the battery kind of sits there unused in storage longer than a car does.
Well, they weren't so much about the cold cranking amps as how long you could run them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm always a believer of if your vehicle calls for a 680 cold cranking amps, what's the next cold cranking amps up?
Yeah, 720 or whatever,
that fits the box that your car battery is. Go ahead and bump up a little bit. Never hurts.
It doesn't? It won't ruin the computers that's in the car?
No. Cold cranking amps is just
to
about
fire it up.
the power you have at a certain temperature when you first hit the key, you know, to spin the engine.
A dry start,
Right.
a cold start.
All right. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. You know, the other, real quick, raining wipers. Change wipers. Get your wipers done at least twice a year.
Yep. Agreed. And for me, you know, always, for some reason, I guess it's my old school way of thinking, always want to go and buy the replacement blades without the actual metal part.
Without the arm.
Just
With
the
the arm.
rubber.
Don't.
What a total pain in the butt that is.
Don't.
And what do you have to say?
And it's all the same 3 books.
Exactly.
And it takes you 2 hours to put it on.
Yeah. So just buy the whole dang
Well,
thing.
and there's, you know, a lot of places, a lot of these parts places, they'll come out and put the wiper on for you. And because they do it so often, they do it in about 30 seconds where you might still spend a half hour trying to figure out how to unclip and reclip it.
It's a really good point because we've been through this drought. You know, it hasn't rained much. I just replaced mine when I changed the oil, and because I hadn't used them. You know, they dry out. That's what the problem is.
Well, they
start streaking when you do it.
Glass.
So now that we got a little bit of rain, I'm really glad that I did it.
You know, I've got the sensors, the rain sensor. When you get a little sprinkle, it automatically goes off. Well, the rear one does it too. When the rear one goes because it's dry. It makes a lot of noise.
Time now for This Week in Auto History on the End Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Conrad has that for us.
So, George B. Selden first filed a U.S. Patent Office patent for the internal combustion engine on May 8th of 1879. It included an application for the device of a four-wheel vehicle. So Selden, who was a patent attorney, this week in 1895, patented his automobile. He called it a four-wheel engine. He didn't call it an automobile. And it allowed him to collect royalties for nearly every car built in the United States until Henry Ford challenged his patent. And so, for years, this guy was making royalties.
It's fun while it lasted.
And then in 1938, Ford Motor Company debuts Mercury, the brand. It unveiled the new mid-priced automobile brand Mercury in 38 at a public showing at the Grosse Pointe, Michigan car show. Championed by Edsel Ford, Mercury sought to fill the gap between Ford and the luxury Lincolns, kind of that tweener car. And if you look at the other tweeners that were out there in the industry, on the GM side, it was between Chevy and Cadillac. The tweeners would have been Buick, Pontiac, and Oldsmobile. The market for this type of car has been proven by those competitors, but in its debut year, they sold 66,000 Mercurys for Ford. And then actually there was a Mercury pickup truck in the late 40s as well. So interesting thing. In 1980 was the passing of Steve McQueen. Why is he in a...
They're not.
Oh, never mind. I'll talk about this one.
Yep.
The first Polish victory lap by Alan Kulwicki, who is of Polish descent out of Wisconsin. And he won the NASCAR Winston Cup back in the days when it was Winston Cup. And in his win, he drove the first Polish victory lap, which was driving around backwards on the track.
Is that the car?
No, that was the car that they did
in reverse. He drove it the opposite way.
The opposite way on the track.
Right.
Where typically they're all turning left and he was all turning right. And created quite a stir. And it's now created that Polish victory lap is done in other motorsports as well. But Alan Kulwicki was the first one to do it.
And it's a tribute to him, too.
Mm-hmm. And then hopefully my Steve McQueen
it's coming up
here. Okay, so Steve McQueen passed away this week in 1980. Several of his movies, including the most famous chase scene through the streets of San Francisco, Bullet, McQueen conducted much of his own driving stunts. In one scene of The Great Escape, he can be seen chasing himself thanks to careful editing, which is because the directors said it was too hard to find skilled motorcycle riders as McQueen. But, to me, Bullet's one of the best chase scenes in automotive history. One of my favorites to watch. Mm-hmm. And then in 1989, this week, Infiniti was launched. Nissan's luxury car division, Infiniti, launched the same year that Toyota launched its upscale Lexus brand. The original Infiniti lineup was really just two vehicles, the Q45, the big four-door sedan, and the M30, which was the little two-door coupe.
It's this one here, the M30?
That's the M30, right. Infiniti had a wheelbase about 2 inches shorter than its Nissan President, or Japanese domestic market vehicle that the Q45 was built off of. The Q45 originally offered a 278 horsepower four-wheel steering active suspension car, aimed at Mercedes S-Class, BMW 7 Series, Jaguar XJ, and Cadillac Fleetwood. Did you ever drive any of the original Infinitis, Don?
No.
Were you doing cars then?
No. But that ugly round thing just was not my cup of tea ever.
That was the J30, that catfish-looking thing. Yeah,
hated that thing.
So that's This Week in Automotive History.
All right, thank you, sir. Nearly half of dealers queried by dealership sell-side firm Kerrigan Advisors indicate they have no trust in Ford Motor Company, making it the least trustworthy brand among dealers, while nearly three-quarters of those same dealers find Toyota the most trustworthy. 48% of dealers said they have no trust in Ford. That outcome consistent with the expectation of a decline in future Ford franchise profitability due to the OEM's EV future retailing strategy. Kerrigan Advisors thinks that the negative sentiment regarding Ford revealed in the findings could impact the franchise's future blue sky values, which is the value of a dealership, including goodwill. Mm-hmm. It's kind of an odd kind of thing to think about, but if you're in the market for a dealership, Ford not so much. Now, would you ever think that? I would have never thought that, especially with the Ford F-150.
And what are they, 45 years with the number one selling vehicle with the F-Series trucks?
Apparently, they don't get along too well with the Ford company. 3 of 4 full-size pickups evaluated by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety earned poor ratings in an updated crash test that now considers back seat safety. The 2023 F-150, Chevy Silverado 1500, and Ram 1500 crew cab pickups were rated poor in the Institute's revised moderate overlap front crash test, with only the 2023 Toyota Tundra crew cab earning a marginal rating. However, in the Institute's updated side crash test, 3 of the 4 full-size pickups, the F-150, the Ram 1500, and the Tundra, all received good ratings. Silverado earned an acceptable rating. Thought that was interesting. Yeah. You don't think about the ratings for pickup trucks because of this stupid bumper thing that the pickup trucks get away with all the time. You ever seen a pickup truck? A pickup truck gets in any kind of a small fender bender, the whole front end of the truck is just ruined. There's no integrity in the front bumpers of pickup trucks, and I don't understand why somebody doesn't go, that's not right. It's not right. Because they're using the old style steel bumpers.
Well, they don't have the 2.5 or 5 mile an hour bumper rules anymore.
I understand that, but you don't do that on a car. You don't have that kind of damage in a car.
Well, I think the dissipation of energy when you crash into something. That's the whole point. Yeah, crumple zone.
It makes no sense.
Well, it's like when you look under the hood of your car, you see those little ridges on the fender where it's bolted to the side of it. Those are the collapsing points.
Where it's designed to bend.
It's the collapse point, right.
All right, time now for a quick break. You're on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Another hour to go. We invite you to stay tuned with us.
Houston's finest cars are invited to another Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, and you're invited too. Show off your personal pride and joy, or just stop in to see the likes of Lucid, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, and more. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your one-stop shop for paint detailing, coatings, window tint, clear bras, and wheel repair. The Car Social is your opportunity to get a tour of this state-of-the-art facility located at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. It all takes place Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon. This is the perfect opportunity to connect with other car enthusiasts. From BMWs to Bentleys, Corvettes to McLarens, the Car Social is a different kind of show. Talk to the owners. See Gulf Coast Auto Shield's facility. You'll be amazed. Put it on your calendar now. The Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there, too. We'll see you then.
Hey, Houston! America's greatest hot rod tradition is back! Thanksgiving weekend! The O'Reilly Auto Parts Autorama! At the George R. Brown Convention Center. 4 action-packed days of hot rods, customs, classics, trucks, and performance cars. The ultimate lowrider showcase. Sponsored by Shorty's Hydraulics. See Lone Star Throwdowns, Texas-sized truck spread. And don't miss the traditional rod and custom section. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, see wild, high-flying freestyle motocross stunt shows. Shop the swap meet and women's world all weekend on the celebrity stage presented by Nick's Auto Repair and Classic Car Restoration. Friday, meet AEW Tag Team Superstars, the Lucha Bros. Saturday, it's Noel G. Hector from the Fast and Furious. Sunday, it's Lou Ferrigno, the original Incredible Hulk. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Autorama. November 23rd through 26th at the George R. Brown Convention Center. Discount tickets at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Part of the Summer Racing Equipment Show Car Series. See Autorama.com for more info.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants invite you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts.